Well, hello there, and welcome to your general weekly reading for the week beginning May 25th, 2018. This week, I'll be using the Everyday Witch Tarot cards by Deborah Blake, and also intuiting some of the messages that come in from our guides and some of the energies that are coming in order to give you the best information so that you can have the best week possible. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're enjoying June so far. The time just seems to be flying by as it usually does. So I hope that you're enjoying your time. This past new moon that we had a few weeks back was super intense. I think a lot of people were struggling. So if you are struggling a little bit in whatever way that means for you, you're not alone. I'm sending you so much love and so much light to help you through this time. If you're feeling extra emotional lately or super pissed off or just you're feeling really gross, just give in to whatever your body needs in order to be able to feel the most supported. So give yourself whatever you need to serve you in this time. If you are not having a hard time, awesome, that's great. You're not doing anything wrong. That just means that you're just going to chill right through this, and that is so great. So whatever your weeks have been looking like, I hope that you've been doing well. And if you have any questions for me or you want any help through this time, just please let me know. I'd be so happy to assist. Getting right into the reading. I would love to say that there should be a shift coming. I felt something shift last night. So that would have been, I'm recording this on June 22nd. So, oh my God, I forgot to mention, we had summer solstice, which means that's a big event, the longest day of the year. So in summer solstice, we actually welcome in the dark. So the longest day of the year. Now, unfortunately, the days will get shorter and shorter as we go through the year until winter solstice. But that should take a really long time. So enjoy the summer as much as you can. Enjoy these long days. It's so good to do something fun on summer solstice to kind of anchor in that energy. But I found that this year the summer solstice was really interesting. Felt like it brought to light almost stuff that needed to be burnt up with the sun. So if you had an interesting couple days, that could have just been the summer solstice working its magic on you to help you through this next season in order for you to fulfill whatever it is that you're here to do in the highest and greatest way. So this summer solstice was really interesting, I personally found. Ooh! Whoa! Should be an interesting week. These cards just flew everywhere. Okay. Okay. So this card flew out of the deck. We have the Emperor. I think we had this last week, did we? Apparently it's just me. So the Emperor is a major arcana card. The Emperor is a entrepreneur of sorts. He's the big boss. This is a fire energy. So we talked about summer solstice, kind of burning things up as we go. This is a way this is kind of how this will be expressed this week. A very take charge type of masculine vibe coming in. And what I'm getting kind of from this is that, because it's general reading, of course, we don't know, this isn't the same for everyone, but I am feeling like some of you, this will be a masculine energy coming in and really influencing you this week to move forward in your life. So that is the energy that will be influencing us, or it could be an actual person entering into your life. That's all they're going to say about that for now. Okay, so on Monday we have the Hermit. So another major arcana. So we're back into the major arcana cards, I guess, because for a while there we didn't have many. So major arcana, of course, we don't have a whole lot of control. This is universal influence. So the Hermit is, as she's doing here, she's alone in the woods meditating. So go within. Beginning of the week, simple as that. Meditate, go within yourself. How are you feeling? How have these energies the last few weeks really been influencing you? If you have been having a difficult time, really go into it. Sit with the pain. So what I found with the summer solstice was it brought up so much pain. It was unbelievably uncomfortable. So I just gave up. I gave into it, and I just sat with it and felt it. And anytime judgments or I'm very much a fixer. So anytime those feelings of like, how do I fix this came up, I let them go. And I just said, just affirm to myself, this is how I fix it, is giving it a stage to present itself to me and to teach me in whatever way. Or if it's just old stuff that needs to be released, this is how it gets felt. Or this is how it gets released, is by it being felt. So go within, look at your body. If there's any discomfort, go into those parts of yourself and question it. And if you don't get answers right away, that's okay. Just keep practicing. Eventually the answers will start to come. And the Hermit is such a huge part in creation. We've talked about this before. You need that internal dialogue, and you need that sense of insight within yourself, and you also need that downtime in order to be creative and to bring things into this world. So middle of the week, we have Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is a minor arcana card, but it is a court card, which can symbolize people as well. So because this is a general reading, I am feeling like somebody may be influencing you this week, in middle of the week. A young person who's very mentally driven, who's very stubborn, and who's going. They're just going, and you better stay out of their way, or you better get on board. So this also could be the influence that's coming in, a little bit more masculine energy, a little bit more feminine. It's not too, so the Emperor is a very masculine energy. This is a bit of a mix. So both a little bit feminine in there as well. So it's not quite as masculine. When we say masculine, that's very action driven, very, our world basically is a masculine world the way that we've structured it. So when you think about going to work and getting there on time and having a strict schedule, that is the masculine part of our world that we're looking at here. So the Page of Swords is somebody who's very mentally driven. This could also be a bit of naive mental states. So if you're getting lost in your mind, check yourself and see if this is some old patterns that you've been kind of mulling over for the past few years, maybe decades, and if it's time to maybe let it go, because it'll bring up, I think, a lot of our old thought patterns or our old ways of beliefs that don't necessarily serve us anymore. They're old and they're naive and they are not serving where you are now in your life. So they're just coming up because they're ready to be let go, but you need to actually consciously let them go for them to leave. So pay attention in the middle of the week to see how this manifests for you. Sorry that there's not more clarity there, but this is a general reading, so it can differ depending on your life and where you're at. Okay, and so we got two cards for the weekend. We have Four of Pentacles and Four of Wands. So these are two fours. So fours are about, we have 3 fours in this reading. So four is a really, for the energy of four, it will be really powerful this week. So four is a foundation. So when we think about four, we think of cars, 4 wheels, 4 legs of a chair and table, all of that kind of stuff. So this is a very foundational week. Think about how you are stepping into this world and what your foundation looks like. The Four of Pentacles is drawing to attention our finances. So where are you foundationally? How do you feel about your money? How does it serve you? Are you holding on to too much of it? Are you spending too much of it? Evaluate. I'm going back to this naive state as well, that if you are feeling like you are struggling a little bit financially, look into that a little bit more. Please hold. I have to plug in my computer. Okay, cool. So, Four of Pentacles. Look at your money. See where you're at. The Four of Wands is a celebration. So this is a celebration of your passion. So how are you living your life, and how do these passions play into it? Because the passionate side of you is still just as foundational as the money. So these come into a marriage this weekend. So how can your passions make you money? How can your passions reflect your money and how you're spending it? And how can you begin to tweak, but coming from it from an angle of an abundant perspective? Somebody who loves what they're doing, somebody who loves their life. Come at these situations always in a peak state. You don't want to look at things that make you stressful from a low state. So if you are feeling stressed about money, change your state, go out, exercise, meditate, change the way that you are vibrating, because looking at things that are already problems in the state of mind of a problem is not going to solve a damn thing. So come back to this, celebrate before you look into your life and before you make any sort of decisions or any sort of plans to change or to look at your financial life. It could just be that you think that you're worse off than you are, and they being God, universe, angels, yourself, higher self, your subconscious, whatever it is you want to believe, is trying to encourage you to have fun so that this doesn't look so scary, so that this is more realistic or more hopeful. And play. So play is a really strong force. So having fun, it changes your vibration. It changes the way that you come into this world. So that is so important in every day. It's important in solving your problems, and it's important in getting through really hard times. And if you have been having a hard few weeks, it's just a great time for you to just sit back and just party, have fun, and let that kind of be a part of your healing as well. Anything else with this? So looking overall, this should be a really interesting week. We kind of have a little bit of everything here. My advice is when you're looking at things that perhaps need to shift, change your state before you actually go there. If you find that you're starting to feel sorry for yourself or you're starting to doubt where you are in your life, stop right there. Go and change your state. Go have fun. Like I said, go for a run or go meditate. And then come back to it and reflect. Go into the place of the hermit. This is a internal viewing. It's not a mental fixing. This is not even a mental fix. This is just an observation, but he is a man of action. So a little man of action. So it's a bit of naiveness there. So where are you being naive in your life? This will help to see. And before you fix anything, celebrate first and then come back to it. So you're coming from a higher state. Because when you're in those lower states, you're living in fear, and fear doesn't help us make any sort of progressive changes in our life. It just holds us back. Anything else? Yes, please just take time for reflection this week. Look at where your life is taking you. Look at where life is taking you. Just look at the influence around you and just observe. I hope that you have a fantastic week ahead filled with so much love and light and just the best week. I hope that you have the best week ever. And I'm sending you so much love and light. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't already, please head on over to katiehunt.ca to subscribe for your chance to enter to win a free Reiki session with me. I hope that you have a great week, and I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being here.